is here putting a modern spin on one of the most treasured decorations for the holidays with her nativity scene.
Yes.
Welcome, Paige.
Thank you. Yes, this nativity scene is kind of the opposite of what I did last year, if you can remember.
Yeah, I see.
The nativity scene we did last year was pretty much life size. We brought it indoors. That was the den, so I took up the entire den.
It's pretty big.
So, and then I also did one that was kind of traditional. I did a nativity board.
Okay.
Except I added a cat and a dog. I don't know if a cat and dog would have been there with baby Jesus, but in my heart, that's what happened.
And on our show, they would have been there.
Yes, they would have been there for sure.
Right.
Yes, and so this is kind of the opposite of that. I'm going very, very small and almost a nod to the nativity.
It's very simple, but it's still got the essence of it and really quite warm and beautiful.
And let me tell you, I went to Catholic school for 12 years.
Okay.
So nativity is like my jam. I did a different nativity every year, so I'm going to keep up the tradition.
Well, clearly, you're doing a great job doing it here, too. Okay, so we got to start with the right kind of wood.
Exactly.
Where do we find it, and what are we looking for?
Hardware store, and since they're all straight cuts, they will cut it for you.
Okay.
So what I have here is a 10-inch 2x2, an 8-inch 2x2, and then I have a 7-inch round that you can get at a craft store.
Got it.
And this is a 1x3 that I cut at 4 inches. So all of those together are going to make Mary, Joseph, and the little baby Jesus.
Easy peasy. Yes. All right, so that's great.
You can see I went ahead and painted the bottom. So that's our Jesus. This is Mary and Joseph.
Got it.
You can eyeball this to make sure you get it in the middle, or you can actually, if you want to get out the ruler, you can.
It's okay if it's a little bit off-centered too, because
exactly
this is.
And look how easy this is.
A little bit of hot glue now.
Hot glue.
Is this to assume that you don't need to use any kind of screws or nails for this then?
This size, yeah. If you do this size, if you go any bigger than this, you're going to want to make sure that you add some nails and screws for stability. But you can see I put hot glue on the side as well as the bottom. So I'm making the little mother and father right now.
And hot glue's got to be fine because it's not really load bearing in any way, right? You're just kind of keeping it in place just like that.
Exactly. And I will tell you though, if you set this on your mantle and your mantle gets really, really hot, it shouldn't. So have that looked at. It should still A.
Sure.
And B, it can at higher temperatures reactivate the heat. So, thank you.
What do you want?
Just a little there.
Yep.
This is going to be Joseph's head.
That's a lot.
That was a lot, Cameron. That's okay. Okay. And then add a little for Mary.
Yeah, you got it.
And these are 1.25-inch round balls with flat bottoms. And then, so that's
all of these supplies you could find at a craft store, right?
Yes,
pretty much.
Except for the 2x2 and the 1x3.
Yeah, okay.
Hardware store only for that. Okay, and so they're going to be holding baby Jesus. So I'm just going to put his head, instead of on the top, in the front. So you add a little right there. Just a tiny bit. Yep.
There we go.
Good, and that is that. And then we are going to glue him across the side there. So I'm going to back this up. If you just kind of give me a little. I'm nervous about this part. A little more.
A little more?
Yep. We want
to
make
sure. On that angle, though?
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
This hot glue is hot. It's
Isn't
drippy,
it?
yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so if I can get you to hold this in place,
you got it.
I will move on to the next step.
Okay, because we got some final touches that you want to do, right?
Yes, so you can see over there on that one that they are underneath the little star, and wire is holding up the star. So this wire that I have is actually flat. It's flat craft wire. You can find it in the jewelry section of your craft store. And then I've just taken a pen. You can make this any size, but this is how I got the curl that you see there. So let me show you how this works. It's so easy. I'm just going to wrap it around there, and then I'm just going to take the ribbon, or not ribbon. It feels like ribbon because it's so pliable.
Sure.
But it is wire. I'm going to put it around there. And then, Cameron, could you take that and just give me a cut right about there?
Right about here? Okay.
Yep.
Just a little something like that.
Yep. Then you take this off, and you've kind of got this little curly Q here.
Very cute.
But I like to stretch it out a little bit. So pull it a little more, and it will stretch it out for you.
Very nice.
And then we need this part to be straight because that's going to go on the back. And the top part to be straight because that's what's going to hold the tiny star in place.
You got it. Now, is this something you want to hot glue right now, or does it take a minute to hold it into place?
Let's hot glue it right now.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Just add a little in between Mary and Joseph there.
Okay, almost on the seam?
Yep, on the seam. Perfect.
Like that?
Okay. And I'm going to set that there.
Very good.
And then
I'm going to hold it.
Yeah, I don't want you to, it's really hot though. Careful of that.
It is
okay. Hot. Hot glue is hot.
Super duper hot.
Let me
there
see.
we go.
And then we have that up there. You know what? I think I'm going to take a little bit of the top off.
You got it. Let me hold it in place while you're doing that. Now, as you're finishing up here, I want to let everybody know your inspiration behind this. This Saturday's premiere of Christmas in Rome, starring Lacey Chabert and Sam Paige.
Yes. Give me glue all over that.
You got all over this guy right here?
Yep.
There you go.
So, yeah, it takes place in Rome, which, I mean, you can't get more holy than that, the holy city. And Sam is a businessman who hires Lacey, who's a tour guide.
Right.
And he needs to know, like, the heart and soul of the city, of Rome. But, you know, it's a Hallmark movie, so perhaps he finds a little bit more than just what Rome has to offer.
You never know. You never know, everybody.
Okay, so this gets held there. Do you see? We just hot glued it in real time. The only thing we have left to do is add a little twine around.
Let me help you out. Where?
Yep, give me a cut. Because we're going to go around and around, little baby Jesus.
Oh, beautiful.
So he stays in place. I mean, he's going to stay in place because of our wonderful
Almost
glue
like he's
job.
in a wrapped swaddle or something, right?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And then you just give a little tie off, and
Paige.
there you go. A little nativity set
Adorable.
that's
Look at that.
a little modern and Scandinavian, I would say. There we go.
And I think it would look great.
Actually, I'm going to
make sure to tune in, everybody. Christmas in Rome. It's this Saturday, 8 p.m. 7 Central, right here on Hallmark Channel. And for full instructions on this very sweet DIY nativity scene, head over to hallmarkchannel.com.